It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's all up next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then dropped just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
First down going to the air with Love. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Love now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley to about the 35, 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on a skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time day on the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play fake. Here's Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here now, 3rd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Up the middle with Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Love from the gun. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Love. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Running left, it's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Able to slither by, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time.
And that'll bring up second down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. 7 yards there and a first down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. First down, Love to pass. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. That is caught. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Love. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They go bootleg. Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sidelines to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Gets around him. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Another try for Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
First down, going to the air with Love.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On play action, Love to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Love.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Joseph's got it, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A handoff. Barkley running left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Love from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love looking to throw it. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Now Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it, but 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 102 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team he's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner,